So, Mr. President, I just heard my friend, the Republican leader, Senator Thune, here on the floor. And I heard him say that Democrats are somehow pushing far-left demands here in the Senate. What the heck is he talking about? How is it far-left to say we want to lower health care premiums and spare tens of millions of people from financial ruin? Far-left? Tell that to an American family whose premiums will go up from $200 a month to $1,400 a month, that fixing that is far-left. Tell that to young couples whose parents are about to get kicked out of nursing homes. Tell that to people who live in rural America and see their hospitals closing. That's far-left? I'm afraid the Republican leader doesn't know what the American people want and where they are on health care. There's nothing far left or far right or center about wanting lower premiums. It's common sense. It's what the American people overwhelmingly want. 58% of Trump voters, they're not far left, want the ACA tax credits extended, according to the Washington Post. And we cannot and must not delay like Republicans want to do. And beyond that, Leader Thune, I don't know what got into him today, also claimed Republicans are ready to get to work. Really? Tell that to Speaker Johnson and the House Republicans who have been on vacation for nearly a month. Nearly a month. So they want to get to work? Then get Johnson back here. Get the House Republicans back here. If they want to work, the American people see right through that one. Now, it's day 21 of Donald Trump's government shutdown. And while millions of Americans are feeling the squeeze, as I said, the House remains on vacation. And Senate Republicans, they're headed to the White House today, not for negotiations, not to work on any path out of a shutdown or to avert a health care crisis, but for a Rose Garden pep rally with Donald Trump. That's right. Senate Republicans today will join the president to celebrate staying strong and being unified, staying strong against helping Americans who desperately need a fix to the health care crisis, staying strong to the young couple whose parents are getting kicked out of a nursing home, staying strong to people in rural America who are seeing their hospitals close. So as millions of Americans continue to endure the pain of one of the longest shutdowns in American history, Republicans will be celebrating keeping the shutdown going. Republicans may not have time to fix people's health care, but apparently they got plenty of time for a mini pep rally with Donald Trump. In the meantime, the pain for Americans is getting more and more real. More and more states are notifying their residents about the disastrous premium hikes coming their way. And the pressure is building on Republicans, the party in the majority, to do something about this shutdown and about the cost of living. A CNBC poll from Friday found Americans now hold Donald Trump and Republicans responsible for the shutdown by a 53-37 margin. 62% of Americans in the same poll disapprove of the president's handling of inflation. 56% disapprove of his handling of tariffs. In other words, what do Americans care about most? Costs, inflation, health care. The very things the Republicans here in the Senate and in the House are refusing to address because they want to shut the government down to avoid discussing the health care issue and having a serious negotiation about it. Our Republican colleagues can dig in all they want, but at the end of the day, the American people know the Republicans are in power. They know Republicans set the agenda. They know the Republicans have the presidency, the House, and the Senate, and the burden's on Republicans to work with Democrats in a serious way to reopen the government and fix people's premiums. That's why when I was majority leader, we passed 13 CRs precisely through bipartisan consultation. When Democrats were in the majority, we talked with the leadership on the other side. We negotiated. We worked together. We didn't have a shutdown. That's not what's happening here. It's a take-it-or-leave-it partisan bill with no input from Democrats whatsoever. Now, yesterday on the floor, the Republican leader kept using the word galling to describe Democrats' push to find a bipartisan fix to ACA premiums. The Republican leader wants to talk about galling? What's galling is doing nothing, as 20 million Americans face the prospect of paying $1,000 or more a month just to have health insurance. What's galling is saying nothing. What's galling is saying there's nothing to negotiate on health care while as we speak. People from New York to Georgia and beyond are going online and seeing their premiums are now going from $600 a month to $2,200 a month. What's galling is Republicans being okay with people like Kristi Noem getting a private jet, Donald Trump getting a fancy, expensive new ballroom, Argentina getting a $40 billion bailout, but then saying Americans don't deserve cheaper health care. That is what's galling, I would say to my friend, the Republican leader. That is what's galling. And if my Republican colleagues take issue with any of that, perhaps they should not have spent their whole summer passing the biggest health care cuts in American history. Perhaps the Republican majority should have acted when they had not one, not two, but 3 chances to extend these ACA premium credits. Democrats were ready to work with the other side to get it done, but Republicans continued to act like these ACA premiums are not their problems. They're the problem of the American people, and they're a problem of every legislator, Democrat and Republican, who serves here. The fact that they continue to act like the ACA premiums are not their problem, that, more than anything else, is what's galling to the American people about this debate.